So we're gonna start from the top. Let's do a soft reboot. Brrr. Brrr. Hey, we're live. Hi there. Oh, look at this penguin bow. Thank you for that resub. Oh, we're back with Festival of Colors. Isn't everybody wonderful today?
We're great.
We're great. Ah! Gibbs, you are beautiful and precious. I think this is an okay position for the penguin bow. Let me know if I need to maybe I'll put it like more over here. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I like it right there.
Yeah.
Like right
In
there.
honor of Gibbs, this penguin bow shall remain for all my appearances on stream.
A couple minutes.
Cheers to you,
later.
Gibbs.
Cheers. Cheers. Ah! So, let's get into this. Welcome to the Festival of the Colors, in which we play a fantastic and colorful homebrew campaign of my demented design. And let's go ahead and give you a little idea on what's been happening. So, our players arrived at level 1, or level 3 rather, because level 3 is a lot more funner than level 1, to this magnificent town of Braunfels, in which they discovered a plot surrounding this Festival of Colors, this celebration of the High Harvest Tide, as well as just a wonderful appreciation of art, theater, and bardic pursuits, in which there was a lot of Slotty. Slotty, if you don't know, were these creatures from Limbo who infect you with a sladpole that bursts out of you all alien style a couple weeks later. And as such, they decided to put a stop to that and did some slapdowns and saved this town of Braunfels from succumbing to the Slotty infestation. Unfortunately, Rembu, the Slad Lord of Colors, who is a stout ally of our players, is currently under the control of a dark wizard by the name of Anatar, the Dark Power. And he has gotten a half-piece of Rembu's Slotty Stone, and seeks the second half to gain full control over this deity-like entity. Outrageous power within his grasp, if he does so. So our players are looking for a way to traverse the plains and get into Limbo. With the help of some apprentices to Rembu, they are trying to get regents to craft a door into Limbo with some of the artists. Unfortunately, this requires the slaying of a Bahir who lives in the grim jaws of Starspire Mountains, which is where our players currently are. And, oh man, a penguin onesie, Vincent? You really are pushing for that? Really?
She has it.
She does.
totally
I've
has
seen it. Yes.
I mean, I've seen it, of course, but I would rather have a possum onesie, quite honestly.
I feel like one of these things needs
True.
to.
It exists.
I would like to see it.
It exists. I will try to get a possum onesie for you guys. But anyways, that is our campaign. Go ahead and tell us about your characters, just to sort of give us an idea on who's going to be playing with us today. Let's start with Vincent. Why don't we go from right to left?
All right. I'll be playing Kajimori Kyoto. I'm Vincent Cross, and Cage is basically a former escaped slave, now turned bounty hunter, who came to the city of Braunfels with one task in mind, which was to find and kill a Rakshasa, which was no easy task. But eventually he, with the help of this magnificent party right here, managed to find him, track him down, and drive a dagger through the back of his head. And now we are currently trying to find our way to Limbo, and we have a big task ahead of us looking for a Bahir.
That is a big task indeed. I think you know more than anyone else, possibly. In any case, let's move forward to the newest addition to your party. Gracious Indigo, give us the lowdown on this cleric. As much as you feel comfortable, because he's still fairly new to the party.
Bit of a mystery. I am Delmira. I am new to the party. I am mostly a battle medic. Do not claim to be a cleric. Do not wish to be known as a religious sort, I suppose. Do not approve of many of the gods, as they did not defend one that I follow. So I prefer to use my skills on the field and patch up the soldiers and the warriors fighting for the cause of justice. So it's kind of me. I've run into these guys on the road. I'm a mercenary, medic mercenary, I suppose, and I was hired to tag along with these guys and help them in their battles and on their mission. At this point, I'm still not too sure, about them. I'm still kind of gauging them and seeing what they're all about. And, we'll see how it goes. But, gold speaks volumes, and that's pretty much what I'm all about for the most part. Higher level things going on, but it's not super in the moment right now. Right now, I'm just trying to make some gold and keep things rolling.
Most lovely. Isn't that how the world works? Let's keep things rolling. Speaking of rolling, I don't know, Abigator? Would you like to introduce your character?
Rolling. Hello. It's nice to see everybody. My name is Abby, and today I'm at my parents' house for the different setup, and also I'm going to be playing Lulu. Lulu is a halfling bard. She's a tiny, sassy bard who came to Festival of Colors just to have fun. Ended up seeing that Renbu, who was her teacher, was there. She joined this weird group of people. She defeated Slatty. It was cool, but now she finds that she needs to save her ex-teacher from this stupid magic guy. And in order to do that, we have to kill a Bahir, which is kills dragons or hunts dragons or something, which is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Lulu is not looking forward to this.
Yep.
But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Ain't that just the way?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's anxious to get Renbu back, and she's very interested about this new fella who joined our group. So we'll see.
Oh yeah. But that is the wondrous halfling Luella. Let's go to something a little more punchy, stabby, crush those under my heel. Army!
Okay, she's not that bad. I mean, let's be honest.
She's been good.
He's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, okay, hi, I'm Mayami32, I play Miyako, she's a tiefling fighter. Originally wanted to find out the people who killed her parents, or the person who killed her. Punchy stab is the only way to be. That's what I thought, but that's not how I was, that's not how she's been playing, so we'll see, but, yeah, so she, basically was trying to find the people/person who had killed her parents. The only thing she had to go off of was a letter that was signed N. Well, apparently she did. Took care of that. And then this whole Slatty thing happened and got out of control, and that was a thing. And then this whole Anatar thing happened too, and that was a thing, and that's kind of still a thing. So, yeah, now we're here at this Bahir thing. But yeah, basically Miyako is like the tank of the group, and she's kind of like the, hey, let's go do punchy stabby stuff, and doesn't care if she gets hurt or dies, because now that she's gotten closure for her parents, she doesn't really I mean, she's gonna help her, because she's gonna help her friends, because this is kind of like her family now. And so, of course she's gonna help them out. But other than, like, helping them out in their quest, she doesn't really have anything, like, personal to really deal with. So she's basically just along for the ride, just to be along for the ride. So.
Yami, I love you, but all of your characters make me so frustrated. Doing stupid things.
I know, because it's Ellie. Ellie is that way too.
I mean, that's part of the reason why there's a healer now. I'm just saying.
And for those of you who watch our Mouse Guard series on Tuesdays too, I play Ellie, and Ellie's the sister of Ida that Abby plays. And it's kind of funny. If you haven't seen the last episode, you need to. Because things happened.
Box.
Abby, you were like the only one talking in that chat.
I cannot wait until we continue our Mouse Guard marches.
Same.
But let's continue this one and leave bygones be bygones. Alright, guys. Last time, you hunted down the path to the Starspire Mountains in the dreary rain that pelted down, and you realized you were being stalked, and then subsequently were attacked by displacer beasts. Two of them, who have been slain. The last one standing was destroyed by a shining arrow from, it looks like an orc from this little hill here. I made him a little bigger so you can see his face. And he was also accompanied by what looks like a very lean, bony orange dog. And he promptly bragged about it. And that is what you see. He's sort of like holding his bow in triumph and wearing this big tusked smile on his face as he goes, "Yeah! Ah! Oh, that was a good shot. Did you see that?" And he sort of ruffles the dog's head as he sort of waves down. "Hey, everybody down there doing all right?"
All right, friends. Good shot.
I guess we're okay, but can I ask who you are?
Oh, sure thing. And he starts to sort of make his way down that hill, sliding until he's close to you guys, and sort of introduces himself with a little bit of a flair, basically doing this exaggerant bow. And he also is garbed in, he's very richly dressed. He has a big coat that goes over this this plate mail armor that he's wearing. And you see, along with that bow that's pretty hefty, he's also got a quiver of arrows that... It looks like that's not his only weapon. He has like a shield strapped to his back, but he also has this wicked looking mace at his side. And he sort of, gestures to his neck where you can see there is a holy symbol there. And he says, "My name is, first of all, Havork, just so you don't get confused. Vic Vautier, Paladin of Bahamut. How about yourselves?
Can you post that in
Who
the
graces
chat?
me?"
Can you post that in the chat?
Oh, sure thing. Vic Vautier, Paladin of Bahamut.
Oh, it is very nice to meet you, Vic. I am Kajimori Kyoto, also known as Cage. I am a bounty hunter.
Oh, nice. Respectable.
Hey. Name's Miyako.
Nice.
Oh, we're doing this again then. Bunch of
so-
assholes standing around in a circle handing out names. So he kind of wipes off his hammer from the blood.
He sort of... His smile sort of like falters a bit when you say that. And then he goes, "Well, how about you, little one?"
My name's Luella. And I turn to, oh my gosh, I forget your name already. I'm sorry.
Duh.
It's fine. We just... Oh, wait. He
Have you
notices
on
you're
the
probably
list?
talking to, the human.
His name is
Yes.
That's
Delmir.
Dilmir.
Delmir.
Delmir, that's it. Delmir,
Delmir.
right? That we introduce ourselves. He did just save our butts. So, yeah, my name's Llewellyn. Nice to meet you. Thank you for saving us.
Oh, well, it's only the right thing to do, you know. I was, actually looking for these things. Do you mind giving me a hand with that one right there? And he starts grabbing the thing by the tentacles on its back and starts dragging it to, this upper landing, up here, where he seems to have set up camp.
Do you want us to kill it, or do you just want it left alive? Because I'm good with either.
They're both dead, actually, Miyako.
Well, I thought wasn't he dragging a third one?
No, there's only two.
Just two.
Oh, okay.
You guys killed the first one, and then he delivered a final shot to the second one.
Oh, okay. Well,
And,
I mean, she's gonna help with her strength. I mean,
So,
do you want me to roll a strength check or no?
well, I mean, you might as well if you want to see if Miyako can lug a giant panther with tentacles coming out of its back around. Yeah, let's see. I want to know.
Oh.
It's you're exhausted by the end of it. You try to pick it up and sort of heft it over your shoulders, and you immediately are like, ooh, wait a second, no. And you sort
It's
of
a lot
like
heavier than I
you bow
thought.
out of that and just sort of drag it.
Yeah.
And his camp up here is it's humble, but it definitely seems that he's sort of used this as sort of like a tiny home for himself as of late, and he just sort of says, "Well, it's a good thing you folks came along, I guess. Saved me the trouble of finding them myself." And he sort of like reaches over into what looks like a drying rack for meat, and he sort of throws the dog a big slab of meat, which it immediately begins to snarf it down. And he
Do you
begins
hunt
to.
these things?
Well, maybe we can help each other out.
Oh, well, no doubt. I mean, you saved me the trouble of taking these two things on myself.
We are in search of another. Maybe here.
You see his. He hesitates, and then he nods and says, "That's quite a quarry." And he begins to sort of like disembowel this thing, starts to skin it and stuff, sort of throwing its entrails over the side of the hill. And but he definitely pauses and thinks to himself,
Have you ever fought one before, or even encountered one?
"Oh, I've heard of them."
Lulu's trying to suppress her gags at this point, and they could literally like devouring this thing.
Oh yeah, you see the dog starts to creep up on the other displacer beast and starts to like chew at its face, like try to like yank it, and Vic sort of turns and goes, "Hey, no, no!" And it just sort of freezes and just looks at him, and it just backs away. He's like, "That's good, good." And then you see it like sort of disappears.
The dog?
The dog, the orange dog, it just disappears. And he doesn't seem fazed by it, but he starts to continue his work.
What are you planning on doing with that?
Oh, well, to be honest, I'm trying to make some coin. Displacer beasts, very potent regents, for one. They make fantastic cloaks. I mean, if you want to be fashionable and you want to know you're dangerous, yeah, you wear one of these things. Othal, Skin Painter Doomlaga, sort of has taken a seat on a log and is just sort of observing this man and his efforts to carve it to pieces. But here, that's quite a story.
So you've never actually encountered one?
Oh no, I know where it makes its, where it makes its territory, but I've learned to stay away from that.
So then maybe you can lead us to where it actually dens.
Well, that
We're looking to
depends.
kill this thing.
I mean, I've got 2 displacer beasts here. This'll do me well. But if I want to lead you there, I mean,
Well, maybe you can enjoy in the spoils of the kill.
spoils of the kill.
I hear that the scales of a Bahir can go for a pretty good price, maybe.
At this, he sort of stands up and sort of crosses his arms, his bloody arms, and says, "Are you serious? You're gonna kill over here?"
Miyako looks at him like just like deadpan face, and she goes, "Does it look like we're kidding?"
I mean, I would hope you are.
Lulu's looking up to the sky, like,
It is the job we have been
Every
tasked
single
to
person.
complete.
you guys are just like, hi, here's exactly what you're doing. You're like the oversharing group. I don't understand.
Well, he seems like a
Okay.
pretty
He just
You don't see me joining in on this.
He seems like a pretty stand-up kind of guy, and
Oh well, thank you.
he does seem like a paladin of Bahamut. Then they have a good reputation.
I'm sure. No offense, Vic, but we've known him for a couple of minutes.
well. Besides, if anything goes wrong, and Miyako just kind of like touches the side of her hilt.
Y'all do what y'all do. I'll be over here, and I go and I just sit by with all on the log.
Seems we already have devils and demons. Why not add dragons to the mix?
What did you just call me? Miyako's gonna turn to Delmir.
He just looks at her.
I'd watch what you say.
Oh,
Seems I'm merely stating the obvious.
You know there are other names besides those that you can call me.
Perhaps. Shall we be moving on?
Well, listen, I can at least give you guys a heads up. There's a good reason you don't go further up into the Three Peaks Valley. And that's because of the Bahirs there. That's where its territory is. I mean,
We're aware.
well, yeah, but you're not just worried about the Bahir. Like, you have to watch out for the ogres. You got to watch out for some of the Peritons. There's a lot of predators in the Grim Jaws.
How would one go about avoiding the majority of these?
Well, for one, you need probably someone who knows the mountains.
Check. And I kind of look over at Othal.
I know these mountains as well.
Wait,
Double check.
is she the reason you're hunting up here? And he sort of points at Othal. And she nods and says, "We require pieces of it for a very complex ritual." And he sort of shakes his head and dives back into the displacer beast, saying, well, no wonder you guys think he can kill the Bahir. You got a Goliath telling you it's your prey. That's the first warning that you're all gonna die. No, you guys don't got this.
I changed my mind. I like this guy.
And what's better is you got 2 tieflings who don't know any better, and a halfling who... What do you do, even?
I'd watch what you say.
I'm
Really.
just being honest. You gotta... Goliaths don't...
I know very well what we hunt. It is extremely dangerous.
As do I.
Well, if you know that, then you know you're gonna need a small army in order to take it down. I'm certain you've got a potent enough magic. And
It's
that guy
either
at least-
that or we let someone get their hands on something that could change the fate of the world.
Oh,
So we don't have much of a choice.
Well, it's not like I haven't heard that excuse before. So let's go ahead and get something straight. How about you go visit? Oh gosh, she's a druid. What was her name? She's another tiefling. Too many names. Gosh. You know what?
With
How about-
that, Delmir actually kind of like, rolls his eyes a little bit and throws his hammer up on his shoulder.
How about this? Just follow the trail northwest. You should come across probably the only temple in this region. You'll find her there. But I'll keep in touch. Because if you guys are going for Bahir, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Would I know what kind of temple this is?
You would know it's not the temple you think it is. It's not. It's certainly not the temple you know of.
Okay. You said a temple. What sort of temple do you speak of?
Well, I know it's unsavory, but sometimes you just gotta trust people who know better than you. It's a temple to Bashaba. It's run by a tiefling who probably has a lot of, you'll know her by the cloven feet. You'll know
Well,
her.
that comes as little surprise.
Lulu starts laughing at this.
Yako just looks over at her and raises an eyebrow.
We remember back in Broadfells, the cult that you guys started with the kids. Wasn't that with the antlers? Wasn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of curiously looking at Lulu
Oh god.
and say the antlers are a token of Bashaba, the Wicked One.
We have-
What group do you speak of?
We had a friend back in Bronzeville who started this little cult with some kids. Gave them a bit of coin and then they started running around with antlers on their heads.
A cult with children?
It's
That
You'll have
sounds
to ask
despicable.
Before
trust
my
me.
time, I'm afraid.
Trust me, you don't know the half of it. I wasn't a big fan, but
Maybe cult was a bit of an exaggeration. They just wanted food. This old lady gave them stew, and they pretended to like Shiva, or they did. But when you're a kid and you're starving,
it was all just
all good.
it was all just a ploy just to get them to help us in our quests. It's really what it was.
And who was it that did this?
Maddox Bow was his name. A rogue assassin.
The Catman.
Well, again, what is it with you guys and telling
Because he knows him!
stories?
You
The
forget
Catman did
he's
this.
actually his employer.
Yeah, it's his cat contact, remember?
His cat. No.
Yeah!
Cat tact?
Can't.
Is that too much of a stretch?
Trying to find it.
It doesn't work.
I'm
It
trying
doesn't
to
work.
get it, but no, I don't know.
Too much of
Yes,
a
the
stretch.
same man who is putting up the coin for him.
You
So,
guys.
One and the
something
same.
else.
He has done things.
I will have to speak with the Catman about this upon our return.
For another time, I suppose. But we are on the hunt, and time is of the essence.
Yeah. If that's the case,
Do
go
you
to
believe
her.
that this person can help?
Oh no, she's no doubt. She worships a devil witch, but at the very least, she's a neutral party to everyone. You know, you just gotta keep an open mind.
At this
Thing that
point,
is
I'm
difficult to do sometimes.
at this point, I feel like we've seen everything, so I don't think that's hard to do.
Well, if we
Definitely
do,
had my run of darkness, so no problem.
well, listen, it's been nice knowing you. Maybe we'll see each other again if I'm in the region, which I will, Displacer Beasts and all.
All right. Likewise.
We'll leave them on the side of the river if we run into any more.
Well, thank you. That's great. I'm truly grateful.
Is this area where you make your home, so?
No, I came here a couple weeks ago The Three Peaks Valley. That's what I was aiming for, but I pretty much gave up on that once the Behir moved in.
Well, perhaps we can aid each other then. If we can work together to defeat the Behir, then perhaps you can get the hunting grounds you're looking for, and we can get the regions that we need.
That's an interesting bargain. And the only reason I would say yes is if I thought it had a chance of success. If you
But
can make it so that this Behir hunt is going to be a success, and I don't know how you're going to accomplish that with 4 people, then I'll add my sword to yours. At the very least, I can keep you folks alive.
Fair enough.
But
That
until
is
then,
My job is to keep them alive. But if you would help us slay this beast, that would be most appreciated.
okay. Make a persuasion check.
I just downloaded the Roll20 app on this tablet.
Ooh!
It's so exciting. I can do everything but see the map on this thing.
Fancy.
they need to make that for phones too.
Ain't that just the way?
Be
Is that
great.
persuasion?
Yeah, go ahead and do just a flat persuasion.
Boom.
Boom.
Nice.
He nods. He's sort of now you see this little glitter of greed on the paladin's face as he can't deny. I mean, it's a Behir. It's massive. I
Made
can
an offer.
oh,
It cannot refuse.
that is prey worth grabbing. Sure, I'll help, but I'm telling you right now, you're gonna need more than me and you chums. Let's put this on hold. And he sort of steps up away from the displacer beast and says, "I can finish this later."
I would ask you a question about the dwarves that inhabit these hills.
Oh yeah, the
familiar?
Gulmans.
Are you familiar with them?
Yes, I am. Clan Golmrin. They're dwarves.
Is that all you know?
Eh,
Means they're a bit of pricks, but that's okay.
well, they're shrewd businessmen.
Can I inside him?
Sure, go ahead.
I feel like he's withholding information.
I think I'm going to join in on that too.
Hey, sure thing.
Nope. I know nothing.
I think you do know for a paladin of Bahamut, he's awful.
Yeah, he's shifty.
Yeah, he's awful shifty.
I did not like it.
Delmir.
Holy Jesus.
He is.
Nice.
He's exaggerated a few things for you.
Like as far as his knowledge of the area, or
Yes, but he's also. You get the sense that he's kind of wary of you, actually, Delmir. And he's really trying to avoid answering some of your questions specifically. Everybody else's he's fine with, but for you, he just seems very uncomfortable around you.
Can I do a perception check and just check out his armor, his clothing, the way he holds himself,
Sure
just to
thing.
see if he is really what he says he is,
Is he paladin-like?
Yeah.
Can I make a perception check to check around the camp?
Yes, that actually, if you want to, you do investigation.
Me?
Yeah, you, and then
Okay.
Delmir does that.
Oh my
Delmir
god.
just did that.
I'd like
Crap
to try and
rolls.
investigate this.
I
one
mean, this
while
guy's
he
camp.
speaks.
Oh, what are you doing, Cage?
I'd like to investigate as well. They say.
I just don't even
okay.
know what's going
Walk
on. in my
around
list
and
today.
kick a couple things over.
I've had
All
some
right.
bad rolls.
All right. Okay.
A friggin' nat 20. Are you
Interesting.
kidding me?
All right.
Nice.
So Miyako, Delmir's comment from earlier has you a little fuming.
I'm a little peeved.
Exactly.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
So Delmir,
Lie.
Vic Voltaire he's a half orc, who clearly has this divine aura around him. He is clearly what he says he is, which is a paladin of Bahamut from the looks of it. Otherwise, you imagine he would have probably tried to hide that symbol, possibly. But you do know that he's rather rich from the clothes that he wears, the armor that he is sort of protected with, and you see that the camp is sort of made up of expensive items. You imagine he probably is a thrifty fellow who does as he says. Using the rather unique and exquisite prey that he hunts to make his due money. It's dangerous work, and you realize that he probably is using a blink dog, because you notice that the orange dog is basically dimension dooring back and forth between the camp and between the area. It keeps popping in out of existence to and fro. He's probably using that to hunt, since it appears to have exquisite distaste towards displacer beasts. For Cage, you sort of poke around the camp, and you actually do see that there is what looks like a folded map of the area inside one of the tents that you can see is sort of spread out with like rocks on it. But if you want to get a better look at it, you probably have to sneak in.
I would say you probably do that because you're stealthy as all get out.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to try and stumble in while
Yeah.
I catch him looking at Delmir.
Yeah, Delmir, you get the
With
sense that
shifty
he's lying to you in a few things, or exaggerating in a few things.
Can I tell like which things?
He's not. You get the sense he's not telling the whole truth about why he's here. But it's certainly more than just hunting displacer beasts. You sort of like poke your head in, Cage, very smoothly, and you see that it's a map of the Starspire Mountains, actually. And you see that there are several X marks around this region. And you see the Three Peaks Valley. And the Grim Jaws are the four tallest peaks of the Starspire Mountains. And you see that he has been sort of traveling to and fro between them, trying to pinpoint something. And it looks like he finally found it. It's a circle in the Three Peaks Valley where... or the Vale, rather, where it looks as though there seems to be sort of like a castle he's drawn, or something like that, and at least like a fortified structure. And it seems he's trying to track caves around the area. And you see a symbol you don't recognize. Make a religion check.
I was just about to ask if I could do that.
Sure. 18.
Dang.
Cage.
Oh.
So, Cage,
No healer.
you would,
No healer knowledge.
you would recognize the symbol next to this stronghold is the same symbol that Delmir wears. Or I don't know if it would be like open, for you, Delmir. But if he sort of asks you, it is the symbol of Tyr, the maimed god.
Where is this symbol?
It's on the map where this structure appears to be laid out in the middle of the Three Peaks Vale.
But the only Cage can see because he's in there right now.
Yeah. And then, Cage, you unfortunately have to duck your head back out. But that's really the only thing of interest you see in his camp.
Nice.
Just to, because I think I remember you saying that God that you serve is. It's odd that somebody would still like do that because he's a dead god or he's not around or something like that, right?
Yeah. Didn't he call him One Eye?
One Eye.
Okay.
This god has many names.
He does. He has many names.
The one-eyed god.
Yeah, that is actually kind of a little bit of a mistake on my part because I was thinking that he was blinded in only one eye, but he's blinded in both of his eyes.
It's both eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
more like no eyes.
Yeah. Part of his legend is that he still can see, but it's like with a third eye. So it still kind of applies, but not entirely.
So what I want to do, you guys talk real quick because I have to go to the bathroom and refill my coffee. Because Vic is sort of like done with you guys. He doesn't want to really answer any questions unless you decide to press him. So you guys can sort of chat with each other in the meantime. But I'll be right back.
Yeah. Leave him slicing up his displacer beasts. But
Well,
I'll
maybe
pull
you can tell him
Delmir.
about this. Yeah.
I'll definitely pull Delmir to the side and be like, "Hey, Delmir, quick word."
Yeah, how can I help you?
So I know we've only just met. We may seem like a bunch of assholes, but we do look out for each other out here. And I think
Well, I was including myself in that statement, so
I figured as much. I just kind of smile. You should know that this guy seeks something very close to you. You might want to might want to press him a little further on what he seeks. Within his tent lies a map, many markings. He's been tracking caves and tracking a stronghold with your symbol on it.
okay. And kind of unconsciously, touch the symbol.
I didn't need to share this with you, but I did, as to show trust. I hope you would do the same when time came. But he
actually
does
kind of
seem like he's withholding something.
I will also say this, Indigo. He is also lying about the dwarves.
about knowing them, or
He is withholding information from you about the dwarves.
okay.
So if you like,
I actually kind of not stare at, but give Cage a long look after saying that he was sharing the information and he didn't have to, and was trying to broker a little trust there, and he actually just kind of gives you that looking into your soul kind of look for a second.
it's just all dark. It's all dark. Horribly dark.
That's what concerns him.
It's like the darkness is looking back.
Oh.
Yeah. So he kind of just looks at you for a second and he says, yes, trust is a valued commodity in these parts.
I agree. But
I agree with you that he is withholding something. I believe he's not telling us the entire truth about his reasons for being here, or in fact the dwarves themselves.
I do, however, believe that he is a paladin. But his intentions,
Yes. I agree.
hidden for a reason.
One could not claim to be a servant of Bahamut without it affecting and being a part of who they are, affecting their demeanor and being obvious. Bahamut is a good god, which gives me pause for why he would deceive us in these matters.
Maybe something
has-
to do with your own god. And I kind of point at his symbol, like just nonchalantly.
My God, he does not answer. He does not care. He does not answer. He's been dead for a long time. But still, some of us have been tasked with. He kind of stops talking, and then just kind of shakes his head and says, "I believe we should press him further for more information."
If you like the assistance, I'm a pretty persuasive individual. When I want to.
Is Lulu close enough to you guys to overhear this conversation?
I will go ahead and say yes.
I kind of turn them. I give them a. No, I got this. I cast Sword of Truth. Make a charisma saving throw, Vic.
All right. Sure.
Right under his bum.
Nope.
16.
Ooh, no, I forgot about it. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, he has
Gotcha.
a charisma modifier. No, he succeeds.
Never mind them. I was like, no.
Oh God.
He's, he is aware now. Oh, boy.
Let me actually see. Okay, no, you know he succeeded. He is aware as well.
I like that.
Is,
Little
what does he
sneak
do
attack
after?
zone of truth.
Wait, she's aware that she tried that on him?
Yeah, he's aware.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
He-
okay.
Oh wait, an affected creature.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that, yeah.
He's aware.
He's aware that you just did that.
I kind of shrug. I'd like to know people are telling the truth. Not bad.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's just saying that the creature can choose not to answer and be evasive, even if it is effective. Doesn't have to tell the truth. It just can't tell a lie.
But he succeeded, so your spell
It doesn't
unfortunately
matter
doesn't
anyway.
take effect. And he just sort of looks at all of you and says, I think you guys have overstayed your welcome.
So I kind of look at the halfling, just because I don't know you guys, and all that. Just kind of give her the look like that was very, very clumsy,
I
very
give you the look like, why are you giving me that
Like,
look?
no.
that,
Here's the
that was
thing.
very amateurish. That was
You're-
very
A lot of
amateurish
looks
and
to
clumsy.
say a lot of things.
Here's you can sense that he does have this divine presence that was able to sort of aid him in resisting this. But Lulu, no, he's able to shrug off your spell, just barely though. He is impressed, but just barely.
I say, well, now that all the cards are on the table, perhaps you'd like to speak a little more plainly.
Okay, I'll help you kill the Bahir, but not when it's a suicide mission.
Miyaka's gonna step up to him. She's just gonna be like,
I
look,
also like to persuade him.
we're just
Thank you.
trying to find this thing and to kill it. That's all we want. We're not here to make any trouble. We're not here to scare you into submission or anything. We just want to find this stupid thing.
I'm here to scare you into submission, and I gesture towards herself. As you can see, I am a very, very terrifying creature. My music will bring enemies to their knees. All hail Lulu! As she says super sarcastically. As you see, you have a lot to fear from me.
I actually kind of touch my symbol at this and look over at her with a chuckle and say, perhaps I should change my religion.
Whenever you are ready, I have some literature for you to look over. If you want it.
Yeah. If that's your only purpose, I can support that. Anything else, I'm at a loss. Okay.
It's quite understandable. You know, we have just met. And we were happy to help you in this endeavor. And I point at the displacer beasts. This is just I guess, good fortune. I'd like to think that meetings like this don't happen upon coincidence alone. But there might be some greater purpose. And I kind of point at his symbol of Bahamut.
Mm-hmm. Is that how you're going to try to persuade him?
Most likely, yes.
Can he get advantage of that since I tried to help too?
Yes. You have advantage, Cage.
Alright.
As soon as you all start mentioning, like, oh, a higher purpose.
Let me
it's like,
roll again with my second one. Okay.
Okay. You have struck a chord, and you see that he's sort of like working he's grinding his tusks together. You get the sense he is uncomfortable, but this perspective you added has put him at ease a little bit. And he sort of nods and says, after all, we're not particularly good at interpreting the higher conscious of those above us.
I know I am not as closely as you or our new friend over here, and I point at Delmir. But I can read people, and I can tell that your purpose is your own. That's understandable. But we do need your help, and I'm sure that you would need ours.
Yeah.
Especially in the endeavors of this mountain.
Yeah. Alright.
Because of the looks of it, you have been here a while. One does not come to such a place if not, and not set such good roots. And I kind of point at some of the equipment that's probably been there for a while. If you yourself are not looking for something. So, we can help each other.
He seems amiable towards this, and says, well, if that's the case, yeah, we can see eye to eye on this. I still think we're walking into a death trap. At the very least, we can talk with the dwarves, or this tiefling. You need more than this.
Why not talk to both?
Well, that's just if you prefer to have the wilderness of this mountain at your disposal, go to the tiefling. If you want the power of dwarven industry, I say go talk to them. But again, they're shrewd.
Why can't we have both?
I'll tell you this. You guys get a head start. I gotta finish this up. I'll meet you at the Bashaba Temple.
I just sent you a DM on Discord.
Yes. I shall check. Yes.
So, as he's saying this, I kind of open up the palm of my hand, and, this little ball of light just kind of springs up out of it and manifests out of the palm of my hand, and kind of floats there for a second. And I look down at it, and I say, check him out.
It sort of bounces through the air a bit, and he sort of like flinches his head back like it's a mosquito.
What is this, Navi?
So it just flies over and like swarms all around him.
Yeah. And he is sort of like sort of bats at it. He says, "This is really rude. Like, wow." And
listen. That's
And,
literally what I think.
And after a while, it sort of comes back to you and hides behind your back. It appears to have this sort of pulsing orange glow to it. It was sort of like a healthy yellow. Now it sort of has this grimy orange glow to it.
Okay,
It
and
sort
I'd
of
be able to
trembles,
interpret that
however you want.
as
As
okay.
nervous, I would say.
yeah.
Now, has he moved out of the zone of truth area, or is he still within that big radius?
Oh, he's still within that. Does that
So he-
mean?
Every
Well-
time he starts his turn in it, it's a new charisma check.
Okay, so it's been a while. So I'll say he gets to make one more. 15 still works, right?
I got a
Ooh.
15 DC, so.
Meets it, beats it.
He beats
Yeah.
it. So yeah, no, he's tough. He is tough. And at this point, he will get up and move out of the zone of truth. He's now realizing, like, why didn't I do this earlier?
Why did I just stand here?
Why did I stand in this? Hang on.
Okay, so I kind of look down at the globe of light.
Yeah.
And kind of, give him one of these, kind of gesture him over to land in my palm again,
He
and
does so.
kind of pet the ball of light, and I say, yes, I feel the same way.
But yeah, what do you guys do now?
We will meet you at this Temple of Bashaba, boy. But, still not too sure about you. I don't think you're telling me everything about these dwarves, and it makes me nervous.
Well, considering you guys are hunting something very big, and something I am certainly wary of, yeah, I'm a bit wary. Still eager to help.
Well, you'd say that we need allies. Are they someone that we could call upon for aid? Or should we best avoid them?
Or do they mostly avoid you?
You need to talk to the tiefling.
Aye.
All right. Let's go meet said tiefling of Bashaba.
Okay. Give
It's
me
funny.
a survival check.
Who? Everyone?
Whoever wants to march up the mountain path.
Sure, why not? Because I'm proficient in that.
Is Othal for this plan? Is she just kind of tagging along in this?
She sort of is keeping quiet ever since that Goliath comment. But you guys are leaving, right? After that, she's gonna speak up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're leaving.
I
After,
kind of want to stay with Othal if she's staying here.
She's not.
Okay, yeah, I'll go.
After we start packing up and getting ready to go and everything, I just kind of, lift the ball of light out of my hand and I say, find the path.
All right.
Kind of
Well, I just did a survival check. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Miyako. Nice. But the ball of light is sort of gonna bounce along with you, Miyako, just to make sure. You're not caught off guard because you're focusing on the trail.
What are you
So.
talking about? Miyako's never caught on.
Oh, but if anything like comes out of the
I know.
wilderness. And
I was making a joke.
I'd say Othal sort of after you guys have moved far enough away from the camp, she says, "I don't like him.
That makes two of us.
He has a point though.
As much as I
Is
hate
this a
to
suicide
admit.
mission?
I'm spoiled, we'll say, on the size of my prey. All of my recent hunts, I've either had my clan, the herd, or Renbu. It's been a while since I've had an actual challenge, and by here, it is vicious. We had best take his advice.
When you've hunted, or I guess seen these Bahir, you were never alone, correct?
No, I wasn't.
Then neither shall we.
There's
I
a
suggest
little
we
bit
take
of
his
good-
advice as well, even though he does seem quite shady. Is the map that he ran in his tent definitely said otherwise.
What was on the map?
Many different caves marked out. And then a circle around a stronghold. Some kind of,
Temple,
Some-
maybe?
I don't know, some kind of base maybe.
Might be where that tiefling
Bearing
is.
Delmir's symbol on it.
You described the symbol that you saw.
It's the same.
Yes. It is.
So either
Does seem
he,
to be the symbol of the forgotten god.
either he has found it or he's looking for it. Which would explain why he was so uncomfortable, you could say, around you.
Why? Why would he search for this?
He's searching for something else besides
But he is
the
searching for
here.
that. Yes.
I was about to say, I know yours. He said something about dwarves, didn't he? I don't know much about where dwarves live, except they like rocks, I guess.
I don't know
Otho
much
now
about
just sort of
dwarves
looks at
either.
you like she's just as offended as she was with the other comment about Goliaths.
I'm sorry, I don't know things. I'm a very sheltered halfling. I've been in limbo for the majority of.
She's been in her own hole.
Let's get something straight. He was playing hard to get. If he
Yeah.
is looking for something, then the Bahir is an obstacle.
Indeed.
So whatever is in that cave, it might be the fact that the bear is actually guarding it, and he can't get to it.
Maybe guarding, maybe just a happy coincidence.
Still,
Perhaps we can solve 3 riddles at once then.
I find a hard
possible.
time believing that,
But if there is anything, especially of interest to you, and I look at Delmir, it will probably be within that stronghold, which wouldn't be that far off.
we can still make it to the stronghold.
do we happen to know where exactly it is? I mean, KJ
After-
Billy when you saw
After
the map.
looking at
Look
that
at it.
map, yeah.
I get a good look at it, yes. I have a pretty good idea.
Where are we going?
It's up to you guys.
Well, would you
I'd
wish?
rather go with the tiefling, at least right now. That's just me. I
Like,
don't like
I think you could either go to the stronghold right now, and sort of get a heads up on that before you do anything else, or you could move towards the Bashaba Shrine. But if you go to the stronghold first, I think it would give Vic time to meet you there because he seemed to,
Oh, that's right. He said he would help us.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's really up to you guys.
Oh, yeah, I think we should go to the stronghold.
Or you could just wander in a random direction. I'm still open for that.
Well, I think we'll find answers at the stronghold either which way. I mean, it may not be answers that we like, but or that we're actually looking for. But I think that's going to provide us
Maybe
with,
something,
a place to go from.
maybe something like a that may aid us further, or information in which may seek personally to you. But either way, he seeks it. If he seeks it, it must be important.
All right.
Stronghold it is.
Stronghold. Here we go. And boom.
And we're there.
Yeah. No.
Sweet.
No. Like you guys are gonna get there. So here's where it is. Let me try to get everything in. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get all of it on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough right there, I guess.
And that's the temple that we're going to?
Yeah,
Bashaba?
no, you guys, it becomes pretty obvious. You guys move along, through the mountains. It's gonna take a few hours. Like it takes most of the afternoon. So around dusk time, you guys arrive in the Three Peaks Vale, and it is a valley, and you see sitting in one of the the deeper corners is what looks like a wall. And as you get closer, you see that the wall has, for the most part, been demolished. It has several parts of it that appear to have been completely just torn asunder. And you see that there are a few buildings here as well that have been completely decimated. You also notice that the wall is a little uneven on parts. Some of it has fallen from some sort of collision, and it just looks very, at a distance, very harrowing and scary. But you don't see anything as of right now.
Is it like in a big clearing?
I'd say it's like there's a big clearing to the front gate because this doesn't show the wall, but I'd say you guys would sort of arrive around right here because you can easily like you can just walk into it.
Can Miyako do perception to see if there's any kind of like traps or anything?
Sure, go ahead.
As we're coming up, I'm going to, call the light back over to me, and then kind of whisper down to it and give it instructions to go reconnoiter around, over the wall, see where it can go inside the keep, and look around in there.
Okay. This little sphere of glowing yellow light sort of zooms across, sort of floating in and out of the various trappings of this temple, this small stronghold, and it returns to you, Delmire, glowing this dim, like sickly brown color. And you feel the light almost sort of dripping down its surface in a very solemn manner.
Well, I agree this place is distasteful. I wouldn't send you in there if I didn't need to know information.
It suddenly flashes a bright red and sort of pushes back a little.
It's like Tinkerbell. Except it does colors.
Call it Maya.
Yes. No, but then I have to be nicer to it.
That's right.
Dang. Shots fired.
But no. Was that your perception check, Miyako?
Yes.
Okay, so you notice pretty much immediately that there are. This is a site of what appears to have been a great battle, but you don't see anybody here. It looks.
I was checking for traps. I wasn't checking.
You don't. As of right now, you don't see any traps. But I'll let you know if you do notice anything as you walk through. But just tell me where you guys are going and where you're investigating for the most part. Because you climb over that wall, and you see that the gray stone, including the gate that was there, has been knocked aside. The wall has this charred black edge to it, as well as it's almost like the great gate has almost become a welcoming mat because it's been thrown aside, ripped off its hinges from the looks of it.
Miyako's going to grab just the hilt of her sword. She's not going to take it out, but she's going to be she's just going to kind of look around. She's going to be be on your guard, guys. We're exposed here.
And Cage is going to get near the wall and kind of try to investigate to see what could have possibly caused this amount of damage.
Sure. Give me... I don't know whether this should be investigation or nature. Let's just do investigate. What is your intent?
My intent is to try to discern the kind of battle that took place here.
Sure thing.
And maybe kind of warfare probably used, whether it would have been possibly alchemical or a bestial in nature, or war beasts kind of deal.
All right. 11. It's difficult to ascertain the what caused most of this damage. You expect it was probably some great beast that probably caused most of this damage, because you can't imagine any roving force or army could do this. And the wall certainly is not. It wasn't destroyed by the wear of time or age. It was clearly violently torn asunder. But you do also notice that there are a few these dark patches of stone. It does appear to be. It's almost as though something very large sort of blasted its way through the rock. You imagine it might have been explosives or something incendiary or some great powerful magic. Maybe you're not really certain.
A large beast, like either a dragon or a bahir.
I mean, it could be a lot of things. It would have to weigh a lot, or it would have to have a lot of force behind it.
This does.
This is at least for the wall, which is no longer functional. Like, this place is open to anybody who wants to come in.
I definitely agree with Miyako. We should be on our guard. There is lots of burning involved, and there was some kind of large monster involved.
The
It
Bahir?
could be a, I don't think a Bahir, possibly larger, to cause this tremendous amount of damage.
What's really big and has fire?
The dragon.
So now we're not only dealing with a Bahir, we're possibly dealing with a dragon?
The Bahir hunts dragons.
However,
so
this
it
does
makes
look-
sense.
This. Can I tell the at least with that investigation the somewhat of a time frame of when this might have taken place? Like, does this look like old or new?
It doesn't look. That's really hard.
Can I try to roll investigation to see?
Yes. Let's see if Miyako has any experience with this.
Nope, not at all.
I mean, you can't tell. It could be it could have been a few months ago. It could have been as early as last week. But that's just the wall. You guys can go further in if you want.
Yeah, I think Cage is going to want to get a
Yeah.
little closer. He's like, if I'm to determine at least how long ago this kind of damage took place, I'm gonna need to investigate further.
Are we right by the wall now?
Yeah, you guys are. You're basically on the doorstep.
Can I climb up it?
Yes, you can. And as you do, whoa! That's a
What
spell.
the-
Detect thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, before I go in, because Lulu is not happy. On guard, she's like, I might as well just to see if anything's in here. I don't want to be walking in on no
Good
dragon.
idea.
Okay. You don't sense anything.
Okay.
As you're walking in, Lulu sort of concentrates, and no, you don't sense anything. As you're going into this decrepit stronghold, it looks as though a battle happened, to say the least. The buildings completely ruined, as you can see. The streets and the patches of grass where once crops might have been grown have been dug out. Or, as you can see, there are a few spots where there's what looks like a line of dark patches where new weeds are trying to, like, sort of grow over.
Can I use, or can I roll survival to see if I can notice any kind of tracks or markings or anything that may have left by any kind of creatures?
Give me a nature check instead. Okay. You notice that there's a really big footprints. They are massive. They have... Let me actually double check really quick. Sorry if I bumped the microphone. Ah! Ah! Ah!
My ears!
Ah! I needed to check something. Let's see. Yeah, you see what looks like a large footprint. Very big. In fact, you see several of them, and all of them have 3 digits, it looks like, that are deeply imprinted in the ground in certain parts. You also notice that some of the structures and the stone do have what looks like 3 claw marks sort of scratched down their surface. It's a mess, to say the least. You do also notice that there are a few blood stains here and there, but oddly enough, you don't find any bodies.
Would I know that those don't belong to a dragon?
Yes. The dragon has more digits, and it would be very weird for a dragon to leave this many footprints.
Yeah.
Because you get the sense that this thing either was like stomping around it several times, or it just had a lot of limbs.
Nyaka's gonna kind of look around and she's gonna turn the group. She goes, "This wasn't a dragon. Dragons have more digits." And she points out the footprint. She goes, "There's 3 here. Same with the claw marks on the stone structures. And there's bloodstains. Are the bloodstains fresh?"
They are kind of old. I'd say because of your nature check, you'd say the bloodstains have been there for possibly... It's very red, so it's just sort of like baked in the sun to this like juicy brown. And I'd say... Juicy. I'd say they're at least 2 weeks old. At least.
Okay. She goes, and she's like, "These bloodstains aren't fresh either, so whatever was in here left probably a while ago, maybe a week, 2 weeks. But this is definitely not a dragon, so it could be the Behir."
I turn to Othal. Does it look like a Behir thing to you?
She gives a nod.
Good to know at least we're dealing with just the Behir and not a Behir and a dragon.
Yeah,
Alas.
but here's the problem. It could still be here. That's...
I still have my
Even-
She looks up and sort of like sniffs the air and says, "I don't think so. If it was here, it would have been on us by now."
Well, if it's luring us into a trap, wait, can it actually do that?
Oh.
And she turns to Othal.
Again, she sort of shakes her head and says, "No, they may be enemies of dragons, but they're just as conceited
Are they
and proud."
intelligent?
I can't detect any thoughts.
You guys are sort of right here, so no, you don't really sense anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep up the concentration on that.
I just
As long as I
suggest we,
can. I think it's up to...
we start to move a little quieter if possible.
Do you guys want to sneak?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, give me sneak checks for all of you.
Nope. I am so loud.
Clank, clank,
You want one
clank.
from me too?
Yeah, I
Say
am
what?
just stopping all over the place.
You want sneak check from me too?
If you want to. It was just
I'm
suggested.
just
for
all over
folks.
the place. Come and get me, Behir! Oh, okay. And that one, too.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's like, let's be very quiet.
Delmir!
Clank, crunch.
Delmir's even worse.
Yep.
So I have
So-
to roll with disadvantage because of my armor.
Yay! Yay, Delmir!
Hey, and Miyako's at a disadvantage because of all the weapons she has hanging off of her.
And the heavy armor as well.
Days-
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I love
The
it.
days of me being super stealthy and magically
Yep.
making me do everything in silence are over.
Yep. You better start getting used to those low numbers there.
All right, so
We're like, we should be really quiet, crunch.
Yeah, Abby's so concentrated. She was just like completely silent. Like
Abby,
she.
no. Luella just stands there. Like that's her stealth compared to you. guys.
Yeah, literally.
Everybody else is banging pot and pans. Like,
Come get us for here.
Othal doesn't do it as better as you guys. So yeah. now, where are you guys moving? Like, where do you want to investigate first? Because this, as you can see, this place is very. There's a lot of locations.
I mean, is there any
I
rooms
guess
off of this main area?
I would like to come more toward this lower area over here.
Right there. Okay, so you look
Yeah.
in, and it sort of looks as though it's a very small guest house, with 2 beds that have been crunched to pieces. The roof, it seems to have collapsed inside it, along with the wall next to it. And you see that there is a body in there, actually. What looks like a decaying human skeleton.
I want to investigate it.
Okay.
Same. Actually, call Miyako over because she's pretty strong. So I go.
Yeah, if you want to try to get under there.
Nope.
Do you want to give me a strength check to sort of like
Yeah.
see if you can get it out?
Yeah, let me do that instead.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I want to check out the skeleton too.
Okay, that's better.
So yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead and roll investigation if you'd like to pull the skeleton out and investigate it.
I just pulled it out.
Okay.
I pulled it out for everybody.
Yeah, like yeah, this thing doesn't.
Yeah.
It still has its clothes on, and it's clearly it's been wasting away for a few weeks at the very least. So it doesn't really have a rancid stench to it. But as you pull it out, you notice that it's wearing what looks like some rotted traveler's clothes. Nothing too rich, but you see that it is a human. For the most part, and you see that it put all of its belongings sort of under the bed from the
I was gonna say, can I make a perception check to look around the room?
I don't think you need to. This
No,
is a
okay.
small room, so yeah, you pull it out. It doesn't have anything on it except for its clothes. You see that the room does have a few items in it. Like he does have what looks like some books that have been, ruined by by exposure and as well as rain. Besides that, there really isn't much in this room. Besides that, this guy's body it's bad. It's been crushed.
I just kind of look down and I say,
Okay.
if only the dead could talk, huh?
Is there... Okay, so we know that it's been crushed, because I was gonna ask if there's anything I could roll to investigate the body itself to see if it was, like, manhandled by, like, a dragon or a behir or anything,
You
but...
could, but I'm gonna say right now, it's pretty obvious that it died
Okay.
from crushing.
Okay.
What? Can we see the titles of the books?
You actually know one, and it actually seems to be the Trails of the Grim Jaws, and it looks like it's an old book about some of the history of the region. That one, I think you can maybe recover, because it's got a big hard bound cover for it. The pages are just really like you're scared you might like it might come apart.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's the only one really.
And we can't see what the other books are about. We can't see like the cover.
They seem to be like handwritten, but for the most part, they're. I'd say no, like they were handwritten, so the ink is probably like, wasted up, and the rocks have sort of crushed them.
Okay.
Okay, so he was crushed by a rock.
by the roof, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Probably Bahir smashing the roof, smashing the guy.
Is this
I
the
don't know
same
that-
fight we had with the displacers?
The same what?
Is this the same day as the fight we had with the displacers?
It's later in the day, yeah.
Same day though. Okay. If we want to hang out and spend a long rest here,
Yeah.
I can try and speak with Dead tomorrow.
Could be useful. Let's clear the area first to make sure that we are not in danger of anything
Yeah.
nearby.
I would rather not spend the night in the city that the Bahir totaled.
Well, Athal said that the Bahir was long gone.
Well, this is the Temple of Bashaba, right?
No.
Oh.
This is
It's not.
This is the stronghold, and actually, Indigo, Delmir can see the temple up here. Tatir.
Oh, okay. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were gonna head to the stronghold. That was
Oh,
on
I
that was
thought
on
we
the
were
guy's
going to
map.
the Temple of Bashaba.
Huh?
I thought we were going to the Temple of Bashaba.
No. It was to your guy.
No, because Cage said that he knew where the map was that led to here. So
We could kind of get ahead of
I'm
things.
sorry. I missed that part. Must have been when I was getting coffee. Sorry. Okay. Well, then I'm going to kind of look up towards the temple and say, I believe we may find safety here. Let's investigate further. I agree.
all right, where do you go?
Just kind of look over both Lulu and Miyako and I go, looks like we can't stay away from destruction these days, huh?
Have you
Someone wanted
no?
us to make music.
Miyako,
Festival.
yeah, Miyako chuckles, and then she goes, "Do you not know who I am, Cage? Destruction is my middle name." Yep. Yep.
I can
Yep.
definitely see that.
Indigo, Delmir would know that this right here is it's fairly common in the temples devoted to your god. They're a testing ground. This is where people spar.
Okay, duly noted.
The rest of it,
And we're still down where that broken room is.
yeah,
Kinda
you're
like
right. You're right down here.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a little like stream that goes down here and such. Yeah, that's actually like the only sound in this like desecrated stronghold is that burbling river that seems to be coming up.
Okay. I know I don't have like detect evil or good or anything like that right at the moment, but is there like a feeling that I get just by being here, like any kind of feeling or presence or anything like that, or
Bad vibes.
Give me a religion check.
So my
No, give me a religion check. You look about, focusing on this holy place. Clearly, it's supposed to be a holy place, but you feel this deep forebodance that hangs in the air, and it stinks of defeat and desecration.
all appears to be as normal for the Temple to Tyr. Kind of say that a little bit under my breath. And kind of, straighten my armor a little bit and kind of heft up my warhammer and start making my way up the stairs towards the main temple.
All right. Yep, so you guys see Delmir go up to this place right here. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Definitely not letting him go by himself. So
Yep, you can see that this building right here, the roof has been totally... Whoa, how to say? It's basically, it looks as though like the roof was sort of like pushed outwards. You see that this building appears to be the one that has survived best out of all of these. And then you get up here to this temple, and you see to the left is what looks like this little natural spring that seems to have been like fed up from the ground, that is making this this stream that goes down. And you see inside the temple is a grim sight. The
Are
interior.
you talking about this top part up here?
Oh yeah, that is the temple. That is way up there. Okay. That is the haven for the followers of the maimed god. And you see something that unsettles you, Delmir. There are no bodies, but there are several sets of armor and weapons that have been scattered about this room. Tattered clothes that are ripped and torn, piled in this scattered manner. The statue that would be depicting Tyr is destroyed. The only thing you can make out is half of a leg, really. The rest of it has been smashed or what looks like blasted away by something. The only other... There isn't really any other room here. Whatever furniture has been smashed as well, and there is a lot of blood here, too.
Does it look like there's any like scorch marks
Yes.
on the floors or walls or anything?
Yes,
like
especially on the walls.
that? Okay.
There's also this unsavory stench in the air as well. This heaty, earthy tone that clings to the air.
So I go back to the doorway and kind of, gesture down towards the rest of the party and, motion that it's all right to come up. I say it's okay to enter. There's nothing to offend here.
Ouch.
I walk up and I go,
I walk up hesitating.
"You all right?"
Yeah, I follow.
This must
Sticking
be
by Othal, by the way, this whole time.
You're like hiding by Othal's leg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Walking up the stairs, peeking around a thigh.
But I'll walk up to Delmir.
When Othal enters, her nostrils flare and she nods and says, "This is Behir's work. Whoever it is."
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. What do you do, Cage?
I just walk up to Delmir and I say, "This looks like this got a little bit extra personal for you. I'm sorry."
I appreciate it. I've not met another follower. Seeing this is a stark contrast to what was expected, but also not entirely unexpected. These enclaves are very far and few between. There are not many believers left. It is hard to believe in a God that is dead and grants no mercy.
Well, maybe once this bit here is long gone, technically this place can belong to you. Maybe you can rebuild.
I don't understand that concept. Why would you worship a god who's dead and offers no mercy? Is it like a scare thing? Like, oh, this thing is so powerful. It doesn't seem technical to me.
He just kind of looks at her with like a half-lidded kind of a gaze for a minute. Says, not everyone is given a choice in their path.
Just okay. Okay. Still don't understand, but
I know I was. And my choice changed my path.
Perhaps we can find a way to create a comfortable space for the night. He very obviously seems like he's trying to change the subject.
Bethel shakes her head. This place is not safe.
I don't trust it, that's for sure. That thing could come back at any minute and rip us all to shreds.
The Behirs claimed it.
alright, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I don't want to be here when the beer comes back.
Miyaka's gonna turn to Ethel and she goes, if we camp in the nearby woods, would it be safe then?
I don't know.
Are we not searching for the Behir?
We are.
Why not? So maybe we should set a trap for it here if we know it's coming back.
How do you...
Is the Behir intelligent?
Very. It is a dragon killer.
Miyaka shakes her head, she goes, I have a feeling it's gonna figure out that trap.
We need help before we try to take
I
out
do
this
believe
beer.
our friend Vic in saying that we are going to need help. So
Oh, no doubt about that. That's the one thing I did believe from him. But
let's leave this for another time. After we finish them here.
why don't we find that tiefling that he was talking about?
Can
Seems
I
like a good idea.
make a... I don't know if it'd be an investigation or an insight check on Delmere because he's being real squirrely about this.
Insight.
Insight?
Insight,
Dude,
yeah.
Indigo,
Ah!
Indigo, your characters are always
Oh.
shifting, man. Like, for real. Oh, dude, this is insane. Oh, I can't wait for this.
Do you want to maybe do a deception check to hide your feelings?
I'm not gonna beat a nat 20.
I was gonna say, with the nat 20, I don't think so, but you
So-
can try.
I mean, I could try and roll, but there's no way.
Do it. Just do it. Just for the
Maybe
hell of
maybe
it.
you'll be lucky.
Just do it for the hell of it.
But you can DM me, whatever.
19.
That's
Ah.
not bad. That's
It's
not
close.
bad. It was
So-
close.
Very
But
close.
no cigar.
2 points off.
If you want to sort of give Lulu a little insight to how Delmire is feeling while he's in this room, you can go ahead. I will tell you this: it's not good. There are no bodies.
I know, and that's what makes him. Yeah, that's what's making me nervous. Is that there's no one here except the one dude, and there was like it used to be a huge civilization. Like,
Especially with if there's still cloth here, there's ripped cloth from their dressing, but there's no bodies. You know, that cloth is going to decompose just along with the bodies if they were gone from, decomposition. So
Yep.
I feel like something happened to those bodies to leave the clothes behind.
it was
So I
a
don't
bit
know.
had other plans.
Like
for them.
it's just like left behind from something, tearing the bodies apart and eating the flesh and just leaving the clothing, or because like the armor would be mangled, the.
Oh no,
cloth.
the armor is like they're dents in it. There are the plate mail has been rended with long marks of something incredibly sharp tearing through the metal. The clothes, most of them do have bloodstains.
Would we know anything about the Bethir?
The Behir?
Yeah, the Bethir, like how, like the mannerisms of it, like how it acts.
You can make a nature check. I think you guys did that long ago.
Yeah, but I don't remember what we wrote down.
Yeah.
What happened?
How about somebody make a but we still need Lulu's check to sort of be carried out. So Indigo, give Abby Gator sort of a picture.
And if you want to DM me this information, you totally can.
That probably would be better.
I don't know if you want to have this a group or.
Yeah.
I'll do that. That's
fine.
So these guys definitely look like cans of tuna. I mean, they were open.
Oh yeah, no, the Behir. He went to he found a grocery store and he started. Yeah, opening.
Crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Okay.
Gonna definitely investigate around to see if I can find anything of note.
Yeah, I kind of want to do a perception check. Or
it would be investigation.
Okay, I'm gonna join in on
I'm also gonna do an investigation check, and then.
Nope, I know nothing. I swear to God, everyone like.
Before I do that, I'm gonna go over and kind of kneel down in front of where.
I'm also going to add a D10 to this.
Ah!
Why you got a 20?
But this is my own D10, as it's my my blessing.
Hold on, why though? Because you already
my
got
dark one's blessing, just in case.
Nice. So I'm gonna go over and kneel in front of this statue of where the statue used to be. I guess
it seems like an important enough
Alright.
place to want to really search.
Okay.
Okay, so
I got 30.
Here's what I will do. Miyako, you understand that the Behir is a long serpentine creature. I think Cage also did a check on this. He knows about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you do know that they do have a lightning breath.
Lovely.
And they're certainly large enough to easily swallow a man whole.
Okay. Would I know anything regarding them taking the bodies? Like, if they would have any, like, reason for doing so? Possibly, like, mating thing? I don't know, it's a weird creature. I don't know.
It's a weird creature. You possibly would assume it might have sort of used this as sort of like a dumping ground for sort of the pieces it didn't want to eat.
Okay.
So it's more like it's more like unwrapping like a tasty caramel.
But we
drop.
didn't see any more bodies though, did we?
No, there are no bodies in here.
So then how is it a dumping ground if there's nothing here?
Because you assume it must have ate them.
Okay.
Does Othal, can I ask Othal,
It's like a dumping ground for the armor.
Yeah, it's a trash can basically.
Oh yeah, because there's armor around.
Yeah, this is basically a trash can for all the things it didn't want to eat.
Okay.
at this point, I'm gonna reiterate. Okay, can we go now?
Yeah, we should find that tiefling.
Cage, you notice that the floor is wet. Except it's not with blood. It's with water.
Huh.
And
Where are we at right now?
you're up here. And you notice that the trail is actually like this is wet water. It's very recent. And you see that it goes out from the temple and it goes over here.
I go, hang on a moment. And I'll go ahead and follow this.
Okay.
Can I follow Cage?
Yes. Cage starts marching out of the room, following this trail. You see that it is actually this is very recent, and you see that it leads over here. And
Over where?
I want you to make a perception check with advantage.
For Cage or for both of us?
For I'll say for Cage, since he just rocked this investigation check.
All right.
So before we leave, I did want to just kind of go in and worship at the base of the statue, and then I also wanted to do an investigation check after I'm done doing that.
Do it.
I wanna leave. I wanna leave right now.
So I just kind of, kneel down and just kind of quietly, to myself, away from the rest of the party, and just kind of, put the head of my warhammer on the floor, kind of kneel down and kind of rest my hand on the handle.
Yep.
And just kind of sit there for a second without saying anything and say, oh, it's fucking stupid. I don't know if you're listening. I don't know if you ever have or you ever will. But seems that these folks here might be in some trouble. Perhaps I'm in trouble too. So guess you're the only one that will ever know that, Oi. These people I've taken up with, they seem the kind sort. But I've lost too many. And I do not wish to do this again. But you command, and I obey.
The light sort of huddles under your chin and just starts to emit this small pink glow, as though to try to soothe you.
And I just kind of nod to that as, likely the only answer that I'm gonna. And,
no, nothing else.
Kind of look over at the light and I say, well, this assignment isn't all bad, eh?
It sort of lets out a little white pop.
He just kind of nods and stands up and then, starts looking around the base of the altar and see if he can find anything there.
Yeah. Investigation check.
And Lulu start to leave, like, can I go with
Yeah.
you? No?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Okay, Lulu's gonna do that. Like, bye guys.
Yeah.
Good luck looking around. I'm leaving. Oh, Saul, you're coming with me.
The only thing you find is more uncertainty. And what happened here it's sort of driven another beat to the nail in your heart. You expect this place might have been, even with the maimed god's absence, a strong, fortified place for his tenets and his ideals to be brought out in people. And now there's nothing remaining of that here.
So I definitely know that this was a pretty powerful stronghold and it just got wiped out like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of
At the very least, the weapons that have been left behind do have some dried blood on them. So you imagine, even if they were slaughtered, they at least got a few licks in.
Alright, was any of them look like special or magical?
Most of them are bent over, like something just went, or they just been discarded.
I pick up one of these weapons that's been bent over and just kind of, wait till Cage looks over and just kind of hold it up to him, showing him the power of the beast kind of a thing.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's going to happen before Cage follows this trail. So Cage, you follow this this very odd trail that goes over to this pool. You see it is what looks like some sort of like spring, this natural formation that the priests here must have like built around. And you see that there is a small like exit here that goes down. And you notice, give me a perception. Oh wait, you already did. Okay. You see someone is paddling under the bridge, and it's a very small person, and you only catch a glimpse of them before they drop right down that second waterfall down into the stream, and they land with a heavy.
It's not Lulu, is it?
I go, guys, we are not alone.
It's Gollum.
I was gonna say it's not Lulu, is it? Because that would
There's
be
someone else here.
I definitely, stand up and kind of with my warhammer in my hand and look over towards.
I'm gonna cast fly and just fly straight down.
Okay.
Can I make an athletics check to jump into the water
Sure.
after them?
Sure. Give me an athletics.
How them apples?
Damn, son. I'm actually gonna make a athletics check myself to see if they can. Ooh, 16. Okay. So what happens is, you didn't get a good look at this thing. It was sort of a very strange, small creature, and as you sort of start flying down, Miyako, you dive in.
I do swan dive.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. So,
oh yeah,
you
my
do
tail's
this.
floating behind me.
Oh my god.
It's like,
Lovely. And what's gonna happen is, let's see. Let me check something really quick. Yeah, you dive in, and what happens is you quickly catch up to what looks like a small. It might be a halfling, maybe, but then you sort of notice it's not wearing many clothes. It's got what looks like scales, and this little tail that is like sort of like whipping behind it like an alligator's tail as it sort of like tries to keep going down this river. But Miyako, you are in pursuit, easily catching up, and Cage, you start just flying down, and you are over it, and it sort of like glances up like warily, staring up at you. It is a kobold.
oh my god, is it freaking Picree?
With sort of this like blue purplish mottled scales as it starts to paddle faster.
I kind of.
Is there any way I can grapple it?
Yes. Give me a strength check.
Lily's just walking out with a ball, like.
Yep. Okay, versus test. It's gonna try to evade you. Yeah, it dives down. It dives down, Miyako. As you guys reach this bridge, it sort of like dives under the water, and you're unable to sort of catch it as it's using its a long, slinky body to sort of like. And it starts to. It comes up for air only briefly over here. What do you do, Cage?
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy, and I'm going to try to intimidate him to tell him to stop.
Oh my god. Roll intimidation with advantage.
I was gonna say, does he get advantage because I'm like going after this thing? The antics.
This is like Gandalf standing up at the table in the Hobbit house and intimidating all
Oh
the
my
dwarves.
god!
Of cheap tricks. What do you say, Cage?
I tell him, stop. You will answer questions. And I kind of boast my voice a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to see if he.
So these guys are all the way down at the bottom of the falls now, right?
Yeah, they are.
So we'd have to run all the way down those stairs to catch up to them.
Yeah, you would.
Clink, clink, clink.
Yep.
You could be like,
Yeah.
you could be like Maddox and do a flying leap, you know?
This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, so you guys get down there.
Not anywhere near as good as a Maddox act.
Nope.
No.
And as your booming voice, Cage, sort of like makes it sort of recoil in terror because you were flying, and it is like ah. And you, Miyako, you notice it swims over to this right here, the bank. That's right, the bank of the stream. And it sort of like starts to try to like stop itself from, you know, flowing away because he knows what's going to happen if he keeps trying to run away. And he stops and sort of like glances up at you with this look of grimace. And he goes, "Ah, okay, stop."
Can she grab him and haul him up onto the bank?
Yes, you can. He doesn't weigh a whole lot.
Okay, so she's gonna do that. She's gonna kind of like fling him onto the ground, but not like enough to hurt him or anything. And she's gonna put a rapier to his neck.
Okay, he
She's
sort of
not.
rolls.
She's not gonna like, you know. She's basically just keeping him from going anywhere at this point.
Yeah. And he sort of rolls onto his back and sort of like, it's like, oh!
Cage just does like a slow hover down to him, and then flares his eyes red, and then says, "You have seen this place with your eyes. Now, with your tongue, I wish to hear everything you have seen here. So speak, and you may live."
Mm-hmm. All right. No need to get testy. The Behir. I saw the Behir, and I hid in the pool so it wouldn't find me. And then I came out, cause that's what I was here for. And I looked around, and then you guys stomped in, and I hid.
What's your name?
Krazzle.
Oh, Krazel. How long ago?
And he says,
Well, a couple hours. And so I just came here to knock a few things down, and then it left.
Miyako's gonna turn to Athal and she goes, "How did it not see her if you say that it's super intelligent?" She still has the rapier to the neck.
So it's all still there?
Oh, she's still up there, isn't she?
yeah, she's still, no, she's running down now.
I was gonna say, I thought she ran down. So would she be there or is she not there yet?
She's there.
Extremely
She's
intelligent, but doesn't mean extremely perceptive. Two different things. This one looks like he hides very well.
He tries to take it as a compliment, but with the rapier to his throat, it's very difficult.
I go, there is no need for that, Miyako. You will not be running anytime soon.
I won't.
Miyako relaxes a little bit, but she goes, "I can't take any chances."
No, you could take a chance. Take a chance on me.
How do we not know you're gonna run away?
Because you killed me?
I go, he is well within my range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's smart too, from the looks of it.
yeah. I'm very smart. And
She's
he's
gonna relax her rapier, but she's not gonna put it away.
And he sort of like starts to wiggle away, just like against the wall, really. Like in this corner right here.
Okay, and she just kind of like raises an eyebrow, you know.
I just slowly float down to him. I go,
He's in awe of you. You are powerful.
and what else have you seen here, other than the Behir? How long have you been here?
I'm looking out for this place. I'm a lookout. I'm to keep track of it. So, yeah, I seen not a lot of people. There was a dwarf who came here. She looked around and then she kind of she left. The ogres came again. They want this place, but they're scared of the Behir. Yeah, ogres. Yeah.
where are you looking out for this place?
My dragon.
What's the name?
He's not a fan, you see.
Is the Behir hunting your dragon?
I don't know. It doesn't talk to me because otherwise I'd be dead.
What's your dragon's name?
Yeah.
And let me look that up really quick. He
First and foremost,
says,
what type of dragon is?
he says,
His name is Balagors. And he's blue dragon. He's pretty old, I'd say.
Can you spell that in chat?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I was back. Sorry.
Well, yeah, no, his name is Balorgos, and he's pretty great. But he doesn't like to be here, so that's why I'm here. To make sure he knows where it goes.
Where is he at now?
Also, what did I miss?
the kobold is just divulging information now that Cage has like intimidated him. He told you that there was a dwarf who came by here, scouted the place out, then left, and there were some ogres who came here as well. And
Where is your dragon now?
He's back at his lair. He flies around a lot. Could be at one of the jaws. I mean, the peaks.
A real dragon.
Yeah, just a blue dragon.
Does he speak any language at all?
Yeah.
Well, you said he didn't speak to you.
Behirs and orcs and
Oh,
dragons.
the Behir.
he looks a little bit. Were you asking if the dragon spoke or the Behir?
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah,
Because he said the
dragons
dragon. Well, because he said that the dragon didn't talk to him.
No, he said the Behir didn't talk to him.
Oh, okay.
Because if it talked to him, it would know he was there.
Right. Right.
But yeah.
I kind of look at the rest of the party and I go, so, we have a dragon who wants this Behir dead. We want this Behir dead. And there are many who are seeking control over the remnants of this place. Why do they all want it?
He shrugs.
You've been keeping watch over this place, have you?
Yeah.
Is there something of value that they would want?
I don't know. It's just a busted up place. Who would want this?
I'm gonna insert him.
Okay.
Natural 20.
He is lying.
Mm-hmm. Miyako puts the rapier back up to his neck. And she goes, unless you don't want to be skewered, I suggest you start telling us the truth. What is under this place of value?
It depends on who comes here. The ogres want to live here. They think it's great. That's all I know. And they also want to live here because they have someone who lived here once. She used to be a priest here, I think. I don't know. She's the one who convinced them to come back. And, the dwarf was sent here, I guess, by the other dwarves. And, she just wants to know what happened. And she wants the Behir gone because it's Behir. It's bad for business. I think they want to mine here, maybe. I don't know.
And then he says,
My dragon, he just wants the Behir gone. The Behir already did a good job cleaning up these guys, so he kind of wants to get rid of the worst business now, which is this guy.
I definitely tighten my fist around my warhammer after he says that.
Clearly they want this place for something. Whether or not Kobold actually speaks true, I don't know, but...
Well, I wasn't supposed to tell you about the other ones. Because I've been in this situation a lot recently, so I'm kind of in debt to a lot of people.
You said this priestess led the ogres here?
Yeah, she was, okay, so the last kobold who was lookout for this place, he was there for the whole thing, and he saw everything, and he saw that she was the only one that escaped, and there was a big guy who lived with the ogres, and so she's with the ogres now, and she wants them to come back here and take it.
What does
That
this
kinda
priestess
hold-
look like?
I don't
Take
know,
it
she's
off
a
my,
woman. She's like, got hair and stuff.
Does she look like me?
No.
I take my necklace off, my holy symbol off, and I kind of show him the symbol, and I say, is this the symbol that she worships?
Yeah, sure. She's gotten fat recently, though. It's really... She must be eating well.
Now, out of character, is this... So I'm trying to think of... Was this the lady with the ogres? Or
Yeah.
with the dwarves?
This is apparently there's someone who used to live here who worshipped here, but they escaped with some ogres. It looks like she ran off to these ogres, and the ogres have been coming back, and he knows that she probably sent them because they want to see if the Behir is cleared out yet.
See, that part confuses me, because I'm
Yeah.
wondering why a servant of a god of good would consort with ogres.
Well, not all ogres are bad.
For the most part.
But, the dwarf lady, no. She's probably a scout like me. Like, she's probably keeping an eye on the place and trying to figure out what happened, I guess. But, the horned lady, she told me not to tell anybody about her in this place.
The horn lady.
Yeah, the horned lady, the
She
antler
looks
girl.
like me.
Not exactly. She's kind of like a goat. She sort of like hops around like one.
The servant of Ishaba.
Yeah,
Is this who you speak of?
oh, yeah, she comes here sometimes. She never enters the walls, though. She always hangs out on the outside and makes me go in instead.
Very smart.
Her kind would not be welcomed here.
But
She's-
yeah. There's another guy. He's an orc.
A half-orc. Orange dog.
I don't know the difference!
Close enough.
And I ran into him a while back, and he's been trying to keep me telling him what's going on and like where the Behir goes. So yeah, he wants to get in here too, but I don't know what for.
Maybe I should know. I knew that guy was sketchy.
Yeah, he's pretty weird. He
Should
makes
I
his
start
dog
raping
chase
you?
me.
She turns. I mean, she's still keeping an eye on him, whatever. But she kind of like turns to the party and she goes, "So,
So it seems like we have many looking for this place, which means there is something here that they all seek. Whether
Claire?
it be,
Now I wish to defend this place more than ever.
Just to clarify, Lulu has left the temple at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, you're here. You're here for all this.
What?
Yeah,
You're here
we're
for
all
all
down.
this.
We're all down
We
in the
left the
courtyard by
temple,
the
yeah.
river.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
yeah, we're like right like here."
Okay. Whatever we're talking about under the city, it doesn't matter. We can't get distracted from our goal, which is to
A
Five-
dead Bahir.
Exactly. Remember, we're running on a time constraint. We can't get caught up in these extra what's under the city and blah blah blah.
Well, if that's the
Maybe-
case, then if they want it so bad, then they should all fight for it.
Which means we can use them as allies.
Then, after it's done, they can fight amongst themselves.
We'll be gone.
That sounds like a good plan. But at the
So
same
we-
time, do you really want something like a blue dragon to come out ahead of this?
I do.
Shut up.
Oh.
Miyako points a rapier at him.
Ow.
Gosh,
I go, if that thing gets a good foothold here, it could mean very bad news for the future as well as everything going on now.
Look, our main focus right now is that Bahir. It doesn't matter how we get it dead, it just needs to be dead. I suggest that we get as many islands as possible, and then after that thing is dead, then we can figure out what to do from there. But our main focus right now is to get that thing on a freaking end of a sword.
I hope you have a big enough sword.
She glares at him and points the rapier a little closer.
Can we leave?
yes, please.
Can I leave?
Should we take this one with us?
I'm gonna kind of go over to Lulu and kind of pull her aside a second and go. It may be possible that we can set up some kind of an arrangement here.
Some kind of, I'm sorry, what?
Some kind of an arrangement.
Such
We want
as?
to be here dead. The dragon is quite powerful. If the dragon wants to be here dead, maybe we can set up some kind of meeting to come to an accord. And maybe it will be enough to let them go at it for a while, and we can clean up. We don't want to face this thing head on,
Oh no,
so
I like that.
I know you want to come out of this alive, and I know I want to as well. So, we have to be smart about this. Let's use the little one. Use him as a messenger. We will let him go, and we'll get a message back to his boss.
Saying we want to have a meeting with him to discuss possibly slaying a Bahir.
Right.
And as you know, I believe dragons are very prideful. So, I don't know. I think I will be able to convince him. Just need to talk to him. I like the idea.
I'm quite silver-tongued as well, so maybe working together, we should be able to
High
convince the
five.
dragon.
High five.
I go. And I go back and I go, Miyako, lower your rapier. You,
Ah!
No, it's okay.
Razzle,
Yeah.
you are free to go. On condition.
I walk up to Krazel and I kind of get to his level. I'm sorry we threatened you. However, it sounds like your boss wants this Bahir dead. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
We want this Bahir dead as well. Would you be able to send a message to your boss saying you would like to set up a meeting, let's say, discuss how we might work together to slay the Bahir, make our lives easier, make your lives easier.
Okay. Where do you want to have it?
That's
We could. He sort of like understands you guys are new to this region, and he's like,
The temple to Bashaba. That's a good place.
Cup of Bashaba?
Yeah, Bashaba place.
Sounds like a good neutral area.
I like it.
Yeah, everybody likes Bashaba.
Right.
Antlers. Yes.
Shaba is not someone to follow. She'll only lead you to madness.
Well, we're all a little bit crazy. We're gonna go kill a Bahir, so why not embrace it?
Miyako nods, but she said, but like she looks at Kaz and she goes, "But just so you're aware, Kobold, if you double agent us in any way, just know that you're probably going to meet the end of my sword, and it's probably going to go straight through you instead of, just at the nape of your neck."
I turned to him like, she always gets stabby. She meets new people. No offense. She did that to me too.
She goes at Lulu and she goes, "Not hurting."
The Catman warned me.
Oh, Crassel, make no mistake about it. I don't wish to see you dead. But if it must be done, it must be done. Now get this message to your boss.
Sure thing, I guess. I got you. I'll make it happen, okay?
Good. Because I can find you. And I'll flare my eyes again. With, this deep dark red.
Yep.
And I go, I will find you. Wherever you may hide.
Okay. He trembles, and then, with your permission, he'll dive back into the stream.
And I
As he
step
does,
away.
I'm like, I believe in you! Positive thoughts!
He screams.
You got this! Oh,
I do kind of, study Cage a little bit, watching this, show of intimidation and seeing the dark side a little bit. Just kind of take note of it.
you guys do realize that he's going to talk to his boss, who is a dragon. He's probably going to be like, these people scared me, and they're mean. They still want to meet with you, and then we'll have a mean dragon to deal with on top of everything else. Ah,
To be
Quite
to be
possible,
fair,
but you don't wish-
kobolds.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to be fair, kobolds are kind of scared of everything. So.
Yeah.
But we cannot appear weak in front of this dragon.
I
At
don't
all.
intend to.
Hence the show of force that I would not normally use.
okay, point taken. Alright, let's go.
But trust me when I tell you, the first chance that we can get, if we can somehow convince this dragon to fight, and fight this Bahir, we may be able to get rid of both of them. If we play things correctly. Maybe
Yeah,
we're
that's-
meant to join in the fight a little later. But we don't show as anticipated.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when the time comes. For now, our main
So we get
goal is
rid
just to
of
get
two-
the dragon.
Very powerful, very devious creatures. In one fell swoop. And neither of them get control over this place.
That's easier said than done, Cage. But right now, I think our main focus is getting the dragon on our side.
Leave that to Lulu and me. We have an
I'm
idea.
very persuasive when I need to be.
Why does that not surprise me?
As am I.
Again, high five.
I'll leave the talking to you two, but if things go south, I'm not going to hesitate to put my rapier into someone.
I'm kind of just
That's why you're
looking
here.
around at the temple here, and I mean, I don't know these guys very well, so I just kind of say this is something I would like to come back and resolve. I understand that this going to limbo is a big deal, and I understand the risks, and I believe that is something that takes precedence here. But
If we can play things correctly, you might actually have a place to come back to. It all depends how we handle this next part.
I'm concerned about how long it might take to do that.
Trust me, we're pressed for time as well, so.
We also have a, apparently a Druid of Bashaw to commit. If we can get her on our side, maybe the dragon might be a little more lenient in accepting some kind of an alliance.
As walking, I'm gonna turn to Delmir. So, even though she worships this Shaba, you need to be on your best behavior. I don't know you, but you seem very, what's the word? Not open to people with different views than your own.
It's called zealous.
Thank you. You don't, yes. Maybe, yes. Just keep your mind open and play nice. Don't need to fake it. Just fake it till you make it.
You speak this as one who does not understand the gods very well.
No, but I do understand getting people to do things for you in our best interest. Sometimes, you just gotta fake it a little bit. Trust, just, even if you don't feel comfortable, just keep your mouth shut. Just...
You know, she is the matron of wickedness and the mother of madness. Is this who you wish to ally with?
Yes, if it kills this Bahir, yes. Oh, yes. Trust me, at this point, I have been through too much to care how we get these things, okay? I know that you might not understand that, but we need to get stuff done.
That is her view. I wish to get rid of as many of these evil bastards who seek and prey on the weak as much as possible. So if we can somehow take care of all of them in one fell swoop, I shall be happy.
I'm just along for the ride. As long as I get to stab people, I'm happy.
Happy stabby.
There'll be plenty of time for that.
Good, because my rapier is lacking a little bit.
Well, we might have to wait a little bit longer.
You understand what a great evil dragons are, right?
Oh, I understand.
What
A
is
blue
not
dragon.
evil to you, Delmir?
I go, this is why I am wishing the Bahir and the dragon to tear themselves to pieces. And then, well, we could pick the bones.
You do realize, though, that the Bahir's main purpose is to hunt dragons, right? The Bahir will probably win that fight.
Good.
Not for us.
It'll be very good for us. It will be a hell of a lot weaker in trying to fight us after fighting a dragon. So if we pick our spot, we can come out of this ahead. We'll be down one very fearful dragon that will not take this stronghold, and we'll be down a Bahir, which we so desperately need.
I'll believe it when I see it.
So it all depends if we can persuade them
We
to
will be able to.
follow us.
Well, let's go.
As you're walking, Othal will sort of comment.
We already know there's at least one survivor of this massacre. At the very least, it might do good to hear her story.
I do wish to speak with this priestess.
At least to know what her experience was like, how this Bahir attacked. So we can be wary of its next move.
Also, I'd suggest to be weary of lone survivors, as if they may have had a hand in this.
She is in the company of ogres.
Exactly. So,
This does not make sense to me.
just saying be weary. I know you have never met others of your religion, but keep an open mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
you sweet, sweet baby.
Haven't
Innocent Delmere.
haven't you guys ever heard of not judging books by their covers?
Yes, that's why I wouldn't blindly trust a sole survivor priestess of this place. Especially a priestess to, if she is as zealous and sworn to protect a stronghold of this magnitude, why would she not fight to the death?
It's a good point.
I know if I were sworn to a place like this, I would fight to my last dying breath.
As did the great lord that she says that she serves.
Or maybe she never served him at all. So, just be wary. We'll hear her story.
Which do we do first?
It's up to you guys.
This priestess
Where were we meeting Vic?
Vic said he would meet you guys at the temple for Bashaba. The
And that's
shrine.
where the dragon meeting is happening as well.
Supposedly, yes. You do know that there's a dwarf scout somewhere in the Vale, and there are ogres as well. Besides that, that's it. That's as much information as you have.
Let's go to the temple. As far as I'm concerned. I mean,
Yeah, I don't really know how the dwarf plays into this yet, so that seems secondary or tertiary to me.
Yeah, I don't think the doors are much of a concern at this point.
Well, I'm sure they play into it somehow, I just don't know how,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it seems less important to me.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think they play into it just out of territorial reasons.
just random
There's a
dwarf.
Behir
Sorry?
terrorizing the mountains.
Oh, okay. But yeah, are you guys going to venture towards the shrine of Bashaba?
I don't know, are we?
Reluctantly, yes.
So enthusiastically.
I'm not closed-minded, and I'm just
Uh-huh.
I'm
I'm
very
just-
realistic, and
Instead of
That's
the door,
good.
he's got the window just cracked open just a tiny bit.
Although I like
good
that.
and there's evil.
I like that Lulu knows exactly, you've met a priestess of Bashaba. You know what you're walking into.
Yes.
And yet you're telling Delmere to just be like, chill, bro.
Delamere knows, though.
How would Indigo feel about? How would Maddox feel about this? Is my question.
Like, is there
Maddox would
any
be all
children around? Let's
about
take
it,
them.
and he'd like, yeah, let's team up with all the evil, and let's set them against each other. It'll be awesome.
Man.
I mean, my main tenets of this dude that I follow are justice, war, and goodness. So,
Well, if we can get all of these to fight each other, maybe justice can prevail.
you're dealing with a lawful good guy now. It's quite the swing from Maddox.
I like it. So, as you guys leave this forsaken place of worship, you move through the Three Peaks Vale, wary of the titanic task ahead of you. And that is where we're going to end our session, as you push forwards to the Temple of Bashaba, hoping to find some allies in this fight.
Gotta write that down.
Oh, alrighty, kids. That is today's game. I'm afraid that's where we'll have to leave you. What are you guys' thoughts? Let's go ahead and have a little walk around of who you are and what you do, and what you thought of this session.
Who are we starting with?
Let's start with Miyako, because we started with Cage earlier. So I think it's nice to go the other way around.
I missed this campaign. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I missed it a lot. And I'm kind of glad that we're finally venturing out and kind of getting stuff in our fan club. And we are to the point where we're actually starting to venture, so I'm really excited. I actually get to play Miyako with Miyako for once. And I'm really, really happy, but yeah, I can't wait to continue this campaign. I may me through too. I stream, sometimes. No, I do a stream schedule. Unfortunately, I'm decided to take a hiatus just due to the upcoming holiday and, things going on in my life. So, you guys can check my Twitter, same Twitter handle as my Twitch, same Twitch channel, I'm always in For's Discord, and I'm always in other Discords. You guys can find me pretty much anywhere. I'm there, So, yeah, you guys can totally... Like I said, just follow me on Twitter for updates. I usually post when I'm going live there. If not, at all, I post it 10 minutes after I start. But yeah, so... Yay.
Yay! Abby!
It's me.
It is you. Tell us.
Oh, good to see you.
Is it good to come back to Lulu?
It's so nice, especially because she's so I don't know. She's so feisty and tiny and very. I don't know. I missed hanging out with you guys, and I really, really miss this man cave. It's just. It's nice. It's nice to be back. Other than that, I know, it's so good. So other than that, you can find me at Abigator Frenzy on Twitter, and I'm actually, let's see, I'm starting a new job within the next couple of weeks. So after that, I kind of want to start a story time stream,
yes, girl, yes,
different picture books.
Yes.
Once I start up the new job and get everything settled, I think that might be something I'm working on. So stay tuned.
I would watch the shit out of that.
That sounds adorable. So yeah, you guys get a heads up on when she does that.
Mm-hmm.
Indigo.
If you're ready, do you want us to?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm ready. I'm Indigo. You can find me at Kronos_world. I'm going to be starting up a channel here pretty soon. We're going to have all kinds of role-playing game action on different days. Got a couple of GMs signing up. I'm going to be hosting and letting other people play in my sandbox, so it should be pretty cool.
Say hi.
I'm excited to get that started. Maya says hi. She misses you guys too. Here, you got to lean in. There you go.
She's in the shot. It's all good.
I'm my favorite. I hope you're doing good.
So, hopefully that goes well, and it should be pretty cool. We're still kind of getting in the setup phase, but it should be coming, and everything should be getting launched around the beginning of January. So, got a little bit of time, but it should be pretty cool once it gets going. But, oh my gosh, I should just move so she can be in here. Hold on, it's
the Maya show.
The Maya show. Maya and friends. So, anyway, that's me, and yeah, I'm glad that we're playing again. I love playing with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys, and it's a fun game. I'm starting to really enjoy the new character. He's definitely a lot different than Maddox in attitude and demeanor, and how he thinks about things. So that's, I think, going to be interesting to play through that as we go, and interacting with the other characters, and his background being so different, I think is going to have some pretty interesting character moments and roleplay moments for all of us. I think it'll be kind of funny. Maybe even slightly dramatic at times.
Yeah, I still can't decide if Miyako likes him or not, so...
Yeah. Well, there's reasons for the way that he thinks about things and his attitude.
Yeah, the whole demon comment, things, I don't know, man.
Lulu right now is like...
things will be revealed.
I think
things will be revealed as we go as for why he thinks the way he does about stuff.
It's really interesting because right now Lulu is just done with the double comment, the Shiba. Oh no, dragons are all evil. Why would you even do
Well, I meant blue dragons,
dragons.
but I did say all dragons. So.
Yeah, whatever.
I know there
Lulu
are some
is
good
so done with
dragons.
Yeah, Lulu's so done with everything. Let's just put it that way. Pretty much.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely coming from a lawful good kind of mindset and, you know, justice warrior kind of dude. He's definitely he's got his mindset on certain things, and it's gonna be
Yeah,
hard to
going
crack
from
through that
justice
in some cases.
rogue to justice to true
Paladin.
justice.
Well, it was more like vengeance.
Cleric.
Vengeance, that's
rogue.
right. I'm really excited, buddy.
Yeah, there's a thin line between justice and vengeance.
Well,
All perspective.
speaking of that thin line, Kajimori, let's hear from you, shall we?
Hi, I'm Vincent Cross, and yeah, I've missed this campaign. It's a lot of fun, and I love playing Cage. I love everybody here. It is quite the fun amount of time that we end up having here, and now going after and trying to being some kind of a deal broker between these powerful entities and trying to, you know, be that silver-tongued kind of, you know, sneaky person to try and get all of these terrible entities to fight each other and then come in and pick the bones is more of his like main focus right now. As like just kind of killing two birds with one stone is the way he sees it. He still doesn't know how he feels about Delmir yet. He can tell the guy's troubled. But I mean, which one of us doesn't have a messed up past?
Precisely.
True.
So he's still, you know, pretty optimistic. He's definitely not a lawful kind of guy. He's more than willing to bend and break the rules as necessary to get these things done. But at the end of the day, he's more than ready to make sure that evil doesn't come on top.
Lovely. Is there anything
Yeah,
else you
by-
guys?
By
Oh,
any means necessary, even, you know. Which is why I say, you know, I think it's gonna be a cool party dynamic, you know, going forward.
Oh, yeah.
Because like in the past, we were pretty much always on the same page. It was like, oh yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
do whatever. If we got to murder somebody to do it, let's do that.
He's gotta go.
Miyako right there, in a nutshell.
He's gotta go. He's gotta go.
That's
It means
Miyako
we're
right
absolute
there.
murder.
Conscience of the group at that point, you know. So now it's going to be
Now
someone
we have
who's even-
a guy who's like, no, I got these manacles.
Yeah, you literally
Right,
just
yeah,
described
you know,
Miyako.
like having someone in the group that's even more hardline, you know, as far as what's good and right, you know, and it'll allow for more
I mean,
role play and
Hey, I don't mind the manacles as long as there's a wanted poster behind it. So,
man.
Yeah.
So,
I want to say something though.
do it.
We have to thank the amazing and always awesome DM for all that he does for us. You know, all the things that he does for running this campaign, for coming back. I also need to congratulate him on the new job.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
yes.
Yeah. So that's a thing. Also, I don't know. Are you running your Dark Springs campaign tonight?
No, because Askren is at PAX.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, so thankfully I have some more
Okay.
reading time. But
Alright, well then.
that's our session. That's the game. We will probably have to be moving Festival of Colors to another day once I am able to sort of coordinate with the new job. We'll see if any of the other schedules are going to change. Right now, the channel is probably going to be a little bumpy on some of its original schedule. So I'll let you guys know in the Discord and on Twitter when things change and how radically. But Festival of Colors staying strong, and I'd just like to thank all of you for watching today. It was very splendid, and I'm very proud of all my players. All right, everybody.
We're proud of our DM.
Yes, and Gibbs, Penguin for you.
I love
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna enjoy
Penguin
our Sunday.
bow.
We hope you enjoy yours. Oh gosh, what? Oh,
just saying.
oh,
Penguin bow in full effect.
penguin bow.